It was a screenshot. No greeting, no comment. Just a photo, sent from a blocked number. My wife. In a hotel hallway. Arm around a man I didn't recognize. She was laughing. Tight dress. One heel in her hand. Timestamped, 2 months before the wedding. I enlarged the image. Checked the details. Carpet pattern. Hotel art. The man's watch. All lined up with the night she told me she was at her sister's bachelorette in Denver. I didn't react. I just archived the message and copied it to a secure drive. She came home later that evening. Made dinner. Asked about my day. I told her it was productive. It was. While she cleaned the dishes, I reviewed our joint accounts. Timeline. Transfers. Gaps. Found something interesting. She wired $3,000 to someone named L. Duncan 10 days before the wedding. Never heard the name. Not once. That night, I made a second account in my name only. She didn't notice. By the weekend, I had a name. Logan Duncan. Freelance photographer. Lives in a sublet an hour out. His portfolio was public: weddings, parties, the occasional nightclub gig. Buried in the archives, I found a set from last spring. A rooftop event. Open bar. Photo number 47, her face, leaning in. His hand on her waist. Cropped, but not enough. It was the same dress from the hallway photo. Same earrings she wore to our engagement dinner. I forwarded the image to myself. No message. Just evidence. When she left for her Sunday run, I opened the lockbox in my office. Our prenup. Clear clause, full financial separation if infidelity occurred before the date of signing. No statute of limitation. No clause for discovery delay. I had the timeline. I had the proof. And now, I had a clean legal path. Monday morning, I booked a lunch with my estate attorney. Not our attorney, mine. The attorney didn't ask why. He just listened. Read the prenup twice, then looked at me. It's airtight, he said. You walk clean. House, savings, no split. She transferred $3,000 to him before the wedding. He raised an eyebrow. Blackmail or payoff? Either way, it confirms guilt. He nodded once. You want to move fast? Yes. Quiet and fast. By the time I got home, she was finishing a Zoom call. She smiled, asked if I wanted to grab dinner later. I told her I wasn't hungry. That was true. I'd lost interest in feeding anything fake. She went upstairs to change. I stayed at the table, watching the account transfer confirm on my screen. I'd moved 90% of our liquid assets. Legally. Documented. She came down in a dress I'd bought her before the wedding. You okay? She asked. I'm fine, I said. Just clearing old files. The next morning, Logan Duncan messaged me directly. I didn't know she was married. Not when it happened. Logan's message came at 7:42 a.m. No greeting, no defense, just raw. He said they met through a mutual friend. Said she never mentioned a fiancé. Said she paid him to delete the photos after he tried to tag her. She told me she was single, then disappeared. I didn't even know she got married until I saw her last name on LinkedIn. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. He wasn't the problem. He was a symptom. But he gave me what I needed. Confirmation. Timeline. Motive. A transaction. I downloaded the full message chain and archived the metadata. Screenshots, headers, timestamps. It was cleaner than I expected. By noon I had every piece. The money trail. The hotel timestamp. Her direct lie to me the week it happened. She wasn't just unfaithful. She was strategic. She thought she buried it before the ceremony and sealed it with a ring. She forgot I keep records. That night, I printed the entire case file and placed it in her nightstand drawer. The drawer stayed closed for 2 days. I didn't touch it. I didn't check. I didn't need to. On the third evening, I came home from the gym. She was on the couch, scrolling her phone, wine glass untouched. The drawer upstairs? Empty. She had read every page. She had made her decision, say nothing, wait it out, pretend she still had control. That told me more than any confession. She wasn't sorry, she was calculating. Watching for a shift. Measuring risk. I gave her no signal. No cold shoulder, no change in tone. I still asked how her day was. Still made coffee in the morning. But I called my attorney again. File everything. Execute the exit. She doesn't know I've moved. I didn't tell her about the new apartment lease. The private storage unit. The split phone account. I moved like she never existed. She thought marriage locked the door. I had already found the handle. On Friday, I forwarded her the prenup clause, just the clause, with no subject line. She waited an hour before replying. Just one line. That was before we were married. It doesn't count. That was her defense. Not denial. Not regret. A technicality. I didn't respond. Instead, I forwarded the full prenup, signed, dated, notarized, with the infidelity clause highlighted in yellow. She'd initialed that section herself. 10 minutes later, she called. I let it ring. Then again. I ignored it. She came home early that day. Walked into my office like it was still hers too. You're overreacting, she said. No. I'm reacting precisely. She looked around like something had shifted. You'd blow up a marriage over one mistake? It wasn't one, I said. It was one you planned, paid for, and hid. She stepped forward. We're good now. Everything else has been real. Real doesn't need to be hidden. She tried again. Softer this time. We can talk to someone. I cut her off. We already did. You talked to Logan. I talked to a lawyer. Her eyes narrowed. You're not walking away from this clean. I stood up. I already did. The next morning, she left early. I checked the security logs. She drove to a financial advisor's office we used once, when things were still honest. I knew what she was doing. Looking for leverage. Looking for a loophole. Something to slow the bleed. She came home with printed statements. Highlighted. Circled. Tried to bluff. You moved money before this started. That's marital misconduct. I looked at the paper. Then at her. No. I moved it after the file went in your drawer. She was silent for a beat, measuring her next move. I could contest this, she said. Drag it out. Make you wait. I nodded once. You could. Then I opened the drawer next to me and placed a copy of the message from Logan on the table. His full admission. His bank receipt. Her transfer. Or, I said, you could walk away with your name intact. Her hand hovered near the page. She didn't pick it up. She didn't need to. That night, she slept in the guest room. In the morning, she was gone. And the signed settlement was on the kitchen table. I didn't run a victory lap. I didn't make an announcement. I just finished what I started. Filed the documents. Closed the accounts. Changed the locks. The lease on the apartment? Activated. Fully furnished. No trace of her anywhere. 3 weeks later, a mutual friend called. Said she'd moved in with her sister. Said people were asking questions. I didn't answer them. I didn't feed the story. But she did. She told 2 different versions to 2 different people. One said I was cold and unforgiving. The other said it was a misunderstanding. Both fell apart within days. You can't lie clean when you've already confessed in writing. I didn't take revenge. I didn't take her down. I just took back my time. My future. My peace. She kept the ring. I kept the record. Only one of those has real value. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to help this video reach more viewers. See you in the next one.